What up, what up? Welcome to episode 12 of the CUL Report Podcast, the CUL, Contemporary Urban Luxury. And this is your weekly report on industry topics for the luxury leisure enthusiast here on the Oxford Cafe Network. I am your host, Mr. Ike, Creative Director at Oxford Cafe Detroit, Luxury Leisure Design Studio and Concept Cafe. So let's jump right to it. First things first, if you haven't yet, take a moment to like and follow the podcast, as well as Oxford Cafe Detroit and Oxford Cafe Group on all platforms. When you get a chance, check out our latest drops and collaborations coming from our design studio. That's at oxfordcafedetroit.com. And make sure you take advantage of our current welcome offer for 15% off of your entire order. So enough of the small talk. Let's jump right into this week's report with the weekend recap, local industry news, and we're going to touch on a couple of topics. But yeah, happy Labor Day. Today is Labor Day, so I'm not going to hold you guys too long. We're going to jump right in to a couple of topics. What we got first on the board. A quick recap. This past weekend was the kickoff for the Detroit Month of Design, and they kicked that off with Love Italy Detroit, with an exhibit that can be viewed throughout the entire month of design. And that's at 1001 Woodward. It is a beautiful exhibit showcasing some of Detroit's artists as well as some of Italy's finest artists. So yeah, make sure you guys pop downtown. That's 1001 Woodward. This is a collaboration between the Consulate of Italy and the Detroit Month of Design. So Detroit artists, innovators, designers, architects, engineers, brand influencers. Make sure you guys pop down, check that out. So that exhibit will be available to view every day this month. But there's something going on practically every day this month with Design Core and the Detroit Month of Design. You can pop over to DetroitMonthOfDesign.org to get the full schedule of everything going on in September. But there is activities, indoor activities, outdoor activities, panel discussions, previews, exhibits in multiple locations. So make sure you guys go over and check that out. That's DetroitMonthOfDesign.org. And they have the complete schedule for you to check out. And yeah, pop into something interesting sometime this month. So enough on that. Next up, really quick, I want to give a shout out to the Neighborhood Grocery campaign. The Neighborhood Grocery is a Detroit equity crowd-funded grocery store concept, opening its first store on the Detroit East Side. For a little donation, Michiganders can become founding investors in Neighborhood Grocery. Investors will take part in company profits, receive product discounts, and voting power on operational matters. Most of all, investors are helping fund advanced and inclusive developments that represent its communities. This is a dope campaign you can check out over at neighborhood-grocery.com. If you get a chance to pop over to Oxford Cafe Group, we're going to have a Q&A sit down with Raphael Wright, who is the lead on this campaign for the Neighborhood Grocery Store. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Check that out over at Oxford Cafe Group. And be on the lookout for more details about the Neighborhood Grocery campaign and how you can get involved, the developments that they're making in the community, the collaborations, and the advancements that they're making on the urban development farming side as well. So tap in with us on that. We're going to have more details and more content covering the Neighborhood Grocery campaign. So next up on the board, we're going to jump into some quick industry news, some fashion industry news. We're starting out with Supreme. Supreme loses its creative director, Tremaine Emory. Tremaine Emory, who is creative director and owner of popular apparel brand and design studio Denim Tears. And if you've been, if you keep up with fashion news, or if you keep up, or if you've been reading over the weekend or the past week, there was rumbles about him leaving Supreme, and then a few days ago he confirmed it himself via social media on Instagram, and his reasons for his resignation were due to systemic racism in Supreme Corporation. This comes after an anticipated collaboration was canceled without his permission, or canceled without his knowledge. Being that he is the creative director, resident creative director at Supreme, you would think that a collaboration that he's working on would be brought to his attention if it was going to be canceled or axed mid-production. So he did go on and he confirmed these things, but the reasoning was due to this collaboration, and the imagery that would have been chosen. It seems like there were some creative differences with the direction that Tremaine was going, and some of the imagery that was going to be used on the collaboration apparently made some people uncomfortable. The collaboration was going to be with artist Arthur Jaffa, a highly anticipated collaboration with Supreme, Tremaine, and Arthur, and for it to be